So in this video, let's see about the citizenship of India. So let's see first of all who is a citizen. Citizen is a person who enjoys the membership of a state in which he lives. Then who is a alien? Alien is a non-citizen, but he is legally permitted to stay in a country. But however, the aliens do not enjoy the following rights in India. That is the right not to be discriminated on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth, and the right to equality of opportunity in the matters of public employment, and the right to six freedoms enumerated in the Article 17, that is the freedom of speech and expression, assembly, association, movement, residence, and profession, and the cultural and educational rights conferred by the Article 29 and 30, and also the right to hold certain office such as President, Vice President, Governor of India, Judges of the Supreme Court, High Court, Attorney General, etc. And also does not have the right to vote to elect a member of the Lok Sabha and the state legislature. So let's see about the single citizenship. India has conferred the ideology of single citizenship to its citizen. That means he does not have the state citizenship; he only has the country citizenship. So the civic and the political rights are equally conferred on all the citizens of India. But however, permanent resident in a state may entitle a person some advantages, maybe like employment advantages. So state has the power to give those advantages on the grounds of residential. Now let's see the various articles in the part 2 of our constitution with respect to the citizenship. So it ranges from Article 5 to 11. So Article 5 talks about the citizenship of the commencement of the constitution. Article 6 talks about the citizenship to those persons who are migrated to India from Pakistan. Article 7 talks about the citizenship rights of those persons who are migrated to Pakistan, but however later they returned to India. And Article 8 talks about the rights of the citizenship of certain persons of Indian origin residing outside India. And Article 9 talks about the persons voluntarily acquiring the citizenship of foreign states not to be the citizens of India. And then Article 10 talks about the continuance of the citizenship rights. And Article 11 talks about the Parliament to regulate the right of citizenship by law. If we see these articles, all these articles talks about mostly citizenship at the commencement of the constitution only. So Article 11 has given the power to the Parliament to regulate the right of citizenship after the commencement of the constitution. So Constitution does not have any provisions related to the citizenship after the commencement of the Constitution. It only talks about the citizenship at the commencement of the Constitution or before the commencement of the Constitution. So first of all, a person who is claiming the rights of the citizenship, okay, at the commencement of the Constitution should have born in India, and either of his parents or grandparents should have born in the territory of India, and he has been an ordinary resident in the territory of India for not less than 5 years immediately preceding such commencement. And also the person who has migrated to India from Pakistan, if you take this should have happened before 19th July 1940, and he must be ordinary resident. So naturally, he will become citizen in that case. But if he has come after 19th July 1948, then he must duly register himself as the citizen with the competent officer appointed for that purpose. So now let's see this thing in detail. The citizenship of certain migrants to Pakistan. So these people have first went to Pakistan and later they came back to India. Like these persons migrated to Pakistan after the 1st March 1947, but returned to India under the permit for resettlement. So these are the three articles which I wanted to discuss in detail with keeping a date in mind. And now let's see about the Indian Citizenship Act. So as I already told, our Indian Constitution contains certain points or articles which confers only citizenship at the commencement of the Constitution. What to do after the commencement of the Constitution? That's why the Parliament was given the right by Article 11 to enact any laws or to exercise any laws to take care of the citizenship after the commencement of the Constitution. So Indian Citizenship Act 1955 is the outcome of the article number 11. So it contains provisions for the acquisition and the loss of the Indian citizenship after the commencement of the Constitution. So let's see in detail about the acquisition of the citizenship after the commencement of the Constitution. It usually happens in 5 ways. That is a birth, descent, registration, naturalization, and the incorporation of the territory. Now let's see in detail one by one. So how by birth? First of all, by birth, if you see, the person should have born on or after 26th January 1950 but before, okay, 1st July 1987, he will be naturally the citizen of India. What if he is born on or after 1st July 1987, but before 3rd December 2004? Then also he is a citizen, but his father, either of his parents, his father as well as mother, okay, should be father or mother should be the citizen of India at the time of the birth. But what to do on or after 3rd December if he is born? He is also citizen. In this case, both the parents should be the citizen. Father and the mother should be the citizens of India. Or if one is a citizen of India, the other should not be the illegal migrant at the time of their birth. And now let's see the descent. In the case of descent, okay, this is only for the persons who are born outside India. So the person is born outside India on or after 26 January 1950, but before, okay, 10th December 1992, he is a citizen. But only his father, okay, should be a citizen of India at the time of their birth. Doesn't, okay, give weightage to the mother. But if he is born on or after 10th December 1992 to 3rd December 2004, he will be a citizen. But either of his, okay, parents, father or mother, should be citizen of India at the time of their birth. But what to do in the case of on or after 3rd December 2004? Is not citizen, okay, unless their birth is registered at an Indian consulate within 1 year of the date of birth. So now let's see about the registration. This is for the person who is not a citizen by the provisions of the Constitution as well as by the provisions of the Citizenship Act. So this is for a person who is ordinarily resident in India for at least 7 years before applying for registration. And also you must be a person of Indian origin who is ordinarily resident in any country or place outside undivided India. A person who is, okay, married to your spouse or who is a citizen of India. Means who is a person who is a spouse to a citizen of India, simple. So, and also he is ordinarily resident in India for 7 years before registration. And a person who is a minor children of persons who are citizens of India, and the person of full age and capacity who are again the make children to the parents who are the registered citizens of India. So these persons can avail citizenship through registration method. And now let's see the naturalization method. First, this is also applied only to the foreigners. That is for the person who is of Indian origin. Okay, this is for the person who is a foreigner. So, so the person should have normally resided in India for at least 12 years. Okay, for a period of 14 years. Okay, the gap of, okay, 14 years means in the period of 14 years you should have resided in India for 12 years. That's what they are saying in this. And also he's not a citizen of a country where Indians are prevented from becoming citizens by naturalization. And he must renounce the citizenship of the other country the moment he acquires the citizenship through naturalization method in India. And he has been in the government service. To be very clear, he has been, okay, in the government service, okay, during the 14 years prior to these 12 months, okay, but not less than 11 years. And also you must be having a very good character, and also you should have adequate knowledge of the languages mentioned in the schedule 8, okay, of our constitution. So these are the conditions, okay, various conditions that are mentioned for acquiring citizenship through naturalization. But however, if you have some distinguished service, okay, to the cause of science or philosophy or art or literature or world peace or maybe human progress, all the above conditions may be waived off, or maybe one or two conditions may be relaxed for acquiring citizenship through naturalization for such foreigner in India. And the last method is the incorporation of territory method. This is for any new territory, okay, which becomes part of the India. The persons in those territory will become the citizens of India, and the government will notify those persons of that territory that they are the Indian citizens. So now we have seen so far about the acquisition of citizenship after the commencement of the Constitution as per the Indian Citizenship Act 1955. Now let's see about the loss of Indian citizenship. There are three methods or ways. One is the renunciation. This is like a voluntary act of a person, okay, who is acquiring the citizenship of another country, giving up his Indian citizenship. Another one is termination. Okay, termination. So this actually takes place by the operation of the law. So what happens is the person who is acquiring the citizenship of another country will automatically lose the citizenship of India Okay, and it takes place by the operation of the law. The first case, the person itself is voluntarily, relieving himself of the citizenship of India. But the second case, he is actually getting terminated by the operation of the law as a citizenship of India, citizen of India. And last but not the least is the deprivation method. So this is a termination of citizenship acquired by registration or naturalization. Only for the persons who have got citizenship through termination method or naturalization method will be subjected to this deprivation treatment. So what happens is the person, okay, has given some false representation, or maybe he has hidden some material facts. So those person who has acquired citizenship through these malpractices will lose the citizenship of India. That too by the order of government of India. Now let's see in brief about the three persons: NRI, PIO, and OCI. OCI card holders. Okay. So who are NRIs? NRIs are non-resident Indian. Okay, so it's economic concept. So as per the Income Tax Act of 1961, NRIs are the citizens of India whose stay in India was less than 182 days during the preceding financial year and stayed abroad for employment or carrying on business or occasion outside India. And they don't require visa to travel to India. And also, for NRIs who are ordinarily resident can only vote. That means who is ordinary resident? Whose stay in India is less than 182 days during the preceding financial year and stayed abroad, as told, right? So these guys, okay, who is ordinary resident can vote. Actually, we have to refer to the Income Tax Act to understand whether a person is a resident or non-resident, and in case if he is a resident, whether he is ordinarily resident or not. So according to the income tax provision, a person is determined as ordinary resident. Once he is okay determined as ordinary resident, then that NRI can vote. Then we have person of Indian origin. So these are the persons who are simply, whose ancestors was Indian national, but they are now presently the citizen of some other country. That means they are actually holding a foreign passport. Maybe he was also at one time holding an Indian passport, but now he is not having. Okay, either of his parents or grandfather was a citizen of India according to the Constitution of India or Citizenship Act of 1955. But now, okay, these persons who are having their roots, that means the father through father or grandfather, citizen of India according to the Constitution, all these things, and also maybe they were once a citizen of India. Means one time they had held the Indian passport somewhere in their lifetime. So these persons are like persons of Indian origin. So, but however, these persons cannot be a citizen of Pakistan or Bangladesh or Sri Lanka or Nepal or China or Bhutan or Iran. But these people require visa for any trip to India, and also these people don't have voting rights. They can't vote in the Lok Sabha or the state legislative assembly elections. And now let's see about the third category, that is the overseas citizen of India card holder. So this can be a foreign national registered under the Citizenship Act 1955. So who are these foreign national? He was a citizen of India at the commencement of Constitution or after, and also he belongs to a territory that became part of India after 15th August 1947, and also he is a child or a great grandchild or a grandchild of such citizen. So these persons can get the overseas citizenship of India card holder, and also a person who is a minor child of the foreign national above. So this guy, okay, he's a minor child of those foreign national above. They can also get the overseas citizenship of India card holder, and also the person who is a spouse of a citizen of India, or the person who is a spouse of a OCI card holder. So these three persons can get this overseas citizen of India card. So what are the benefits? But however, right, this cannot be given to the persons whose parents or grandparents are from Pakistan or Bangladesh. So what are the benefits? He is getting the lifelong, okay, visa for visiting India, and he should need not register with the police authority whenever he is coming and staying in India, and also he is treated equally with the NRA for economic, financial, and educational fields. But however, there is some exception with respect to the property matters. Nowadays, now PIO, person of Indian origin, are actually deemed to be the OCI card holders. So these are the various topics that I wanted to discuss under the citizenship part of our Indian polity.